Hey guys, so I decided to do my coming out experience because I was inspired by watching other people's coming out experience to tell my parents I was gay, so hopefully this can help somebody else. So I'm just basically going to tell my experience and how I did it. There's a part when you accept yourself, and that's, I think, was the hardest part for me because I would always try to look at girls and be like, oh, try to get feelings for her or anything, and then that never worked, so I felt dumb for that. And I guess my parents always knew because like when I was little, I played with Barbie dolls a lot. I'd always go to the Barbie aisle and like try to pick out the Barbie dolls. And my twin brother actually, Mason, he would always like rip the heads off and everything. But they kind of knew I was gay because I was into girly stuff. And then that was a phase. Then I grew out of that phase and I went to just nothing. Like I didn't even know what gay was back then. So I remember when I first got my crush on somebody, it was in school. And it was like this really hot guy. And I remember I always wanted to work with him. I'd always like stare at him and he'd catch me staring at him. I mean, he probably knew I was gay. But I didn't even know what gay was, so I know I just really liked him. Maybe he would never work with me. Like I would always say, you want to work together? And he'd be like, no. So I felt like, now looking back and I'm like, oh, okay, he probably thought I was gay. So that was one of those things. My parents had just went on vacation when I finally had decided, like, accepted myself and decided to tell them. So they just went on vacation and I was with my grandpa for 4 days. So I was scared because you look out in the world and you're like, oh, gay people, like I had seen, like I always thought gay people were like condemned for like, you can't even be a society, like in society. I had all these false things that I thought about them. And I accepted myself right before my parents went on vacation. So for 4 days I was sitting at home wanting to tell somebody and I couldn't. So then my dad came home, well they came home from the vacation, and I told my dad, I'm like, Dad, I need to talk to you. And I sat him down in the basement and he was like, buddy, what do you need to tell me? And I just cried and cried and cried in front of him because it wasn't even, I don't even know I cried, but I know I could tell him because ever since everyone were growing up, he always said, buddy, I love you no matter what. And my parents, my mom, her boss is gay, so they were accepting. It was just one of those things where it was so scary to come out like saying I'm gay because you feel I had all those preconceived ideas of what a gay person was, so I felt like by saying I was gay, stuff would happen to me and everything in my life would like go downhill. And he basically told me, he's like, I love you no matter what. And the biggest concern for him was like me getting beat up. My mom came down and she saw me crying. She's like, oh, what's wrong? And I told her I was gay. And she was fine with it. She wants a girl, so like when I was little and played with Barbie, she's like, oh my gosh, I got a girl. So she really liked that. And my brother, he really doesn't care. He's like cool with whatever. I have a twin brother and he's like, you're gay. That's cool. And I know my dad's, he's really cool about it. Like we'll go to the mall and I'll pick out girls he will date and he would pick out guys I would date. My mom, she wanted to take me to Pride the other day and she'll be like, oh, there's this really cool gay guy at work that you can talk to, he can tell you stuff. I mean, so they're really supportive. And I know that there's not parents like that. Some parents don't even accept it. Oh, my grandparents, no. Some of them do. Like some of them I haven't told them. They all kind of know because when I was little I played with Barbie dolls. They all kind of know. They kind of hoped it was a phase. It's not something that your parents wish for, like a gay, I mean some people do, some mom and dads want a gay son, but most dads or moms don't want a gay son. It's not that most parents don't want him, it's they don't want to see their kid get beat up or teased, and based on your religion, some people, they don't accept. It's like, I was born this way. I mean, I know some people choose to be gay, like they date guys and they're like, oh, of course, and they'll be like, oh, I don't like guys, I'm gonna be a lesbian now, so I mean, and that's cool. You shouldn't judge anybody on who and what they are. I don't want to come across as I know everything because there's no specific way to come out. I mean, I've told my mom and dad. I've had my dad tell my grandpa. I told my grandma through text, and at first she thought I was kidding and that was kind of cute, but then she was like, oh, okay, you're really gay, and then I mean she was fine with it. So I mean, there's no specific way to do it. You do it how you feel is the best, and there's no specific way to come out. I mean, you just do what you want. And I'm not saying you have to come out because some people never come out. It's basically just what you feel like doing. And I remember I watched a video and it inspired me to come out, so hopefully, even if one person watches this, hopefully it inspires you and you can come out to your parents and everything, and grandparents, and if you don't want to come out, then that's fine. Just be you, don't be afraid, because we're living in a society where more and more gay people can be out in public, and yeah, there's still going to be people, there still is going to be people that hate, there's still people that tell me I'm going through a phase and I'm not gay, and it's one of those things where you do what you want to do and it's gonna be okay. So when I came out to parents, it was over the summer, and I know school was starting soon, so I wasn't really sure if I was going to tell any of my friends or not. So when I went back to school, I told like 3 friends at first, and I was like, no, I'm just going to keep it to them. Nobody else needs to know because it's not anything that defines me. It's just my sexuality. I don't need to become known as the gay kid or whatever. And being gay doesn't define you. It's just a small part, and it's your sexuality. So I didn't want people getting the wrong idea or anything. But that really didn't like hold up because I slowly every day told more and more people because they're like, oh cool, Brandon's gay, and then I think a couple people told their friends and their friends, so I mean it kind of spread, and I wasn't mad or anything because everybody accepts me, and then some of the teachers find out, and all the teachers are cool. They're like, that's fine, Brandon's gay, it doesn't change my view of him and everything, and I'm very fortunate I go to a school that everybody accepts me. Everybody's like, hey Brandon. Most, I guess, difficult thing was I don't know, it's just you're afraid. You don't know what people are going to say, and you really don't know. And most people misconceive. They'll ask somebody before they tell them they're gay. They'll be like, what do you think about gay people? And they'll tell their opinion, but their opinion changes with you because somebody would ask me, what do you think about gay people? Gay people suck. It's like, well, oh, I'm gay. Oh, well, I mean, I didn't mean like that, because they're not basing it off of you. You're totally different than like what they're going to say. That's I mean, don't ever ask somebody, what do you think about gay people? And then tell them you're gay, because they might hurt your feelings, but tell them what you think, and then you're like, okay, I'm not going to tell them. In school, I really wasn't teased that much. I was teased a little bit. When it was anything major, kids would just be like, oh, he's gay, or he has a high voice, and it was like small things like that, but it wasn't anything severe that like made me feel bad, or like I didn't get beat up or anything. After I came out to all my friends, and the whole school basically knows, everybody accepts me, and it's one of those things where I don't like approach people. It's like, hi, my name's Brandon, I'm gay. It's one of those things where it's my sexuality. It's like, I like boys. And I don't even like the fact that it's gay, lesbian, bisexual. It should be the fact that you just love somebody, and it's who you love. It's not, he's gay, she's lesbian. Or when I first came out, or when I first accepted myself, all I did was watch coming out videos, because I'm like, okay, I gotta learn. Gotta tell them. Because they should know, I guess, because my grandparents, like, people always ask me, do you have a girlfriend? And I'm like, nope. Like, you should have a girlfriend. I'm like, no, and I don't say first thing I'm gay. I just tell them no, because I don't want that to define me or anything. But do what you think is best. If you're gonna come out, be ready for you to come up against some struggles, because not everybody's gonna accept you. Your parents might or might not accept you. Hopefully they do, because it's a small part. It's your sexuality, and I know some people, based on their religion, they're like, no, not gonna have a gay son, they kick you out, but it gets better, because now that I've come out, it's so much better for me. Hopefully this has helped somebody, and if not, you guys know my story, so thanks. See you guys next time.